Collegiate, as of recently, has grown as a subsection of the already well-known Pro League, with the best colleges in North America duking it out to find the answer to one simple question. What college has the best Apex team in North America? So going into finals, emotions were high, and the stakes, higher.
I never, before this, oh my god, Otter. Okay, well, just gonna take the words out of my mouth. Very off guard.
Yeah, like their Pathfinder is nowhere nearby. This is gonna get thirsted. Otter just comes in, clean up with the headshots there with the longbow and a little bit of L-Star damage to clean it all up. I always say, farmers, you know, you run the Newcastle typically for the res, but you don't gotta res if everyone else is dead.
Definitely shots firing from Toronto as they're trying to keep teams out of their vicinity. Not doing a great job of it so far. They're down to just the Newcastle to try and get themselves back on their feet. Pyro will be pulled back up, but they are now no longer the focus as teams all around have started fighting out. Iowa State Farmers doing what we saw them do yesterday and continuing the fight onwards. This L-Star firing a lot of teams in their vicinity.
Kamal loves that L-Star, and it pumps out so much damage. It's such an underrated weapon and such an underrated pick with the Mirage here. Every time you see this guy, he's got an L-Star in it. Every time you see Group D, they've got a Mastiff, they got Mozambiques, they got whatever they could possibly want. They got another crack. On 1 HP, really living on the edge there. Group D could just catch a stray and die at any moment in time, but you got Kamal running interference.
Trying to use that L-Star now, runs out of shields. Mastiff is out, but here comes the ult from the Gibraltar, and that might put Kamal in a bad spot. I don't know if he gets this heal off, doesn't, and he's gonna fall. It's just down to Otter, who needs to run for his life to keep this team alive. CSU Fullerton now needing to move here as you get the shields down. That's a lot of utility used out front here as RIT Black still have a lot to use. Nade's gonna be used to just keep them pushed back. Nice hit from the Arc Star, but RIT Black, they've got to stop this offensive here. They're going to try and take the high ground, but CSU Fullerton are already there.
CSU's Fullerton are looking so much better yesterday, or than they did yesterday, by the way. They were just barely able to scrape by, but now they're looking absolutely strong, and I'm loving this strategy of just following the teams that love to scrap and waiting to pick the bones.
They've already taken...
Sure, I'll take it if you don't want it.
Wait, hold on.
I think we need to shield.
Oh. Alright, here you go.
On the run, Group T is the last one alive. Iowa State doesn't look like they're going to make it out of this one, and they'll go out in 15.
A valiant effort, but when you are fighting non-stop, eventually, you know, you're gonna run out of breath. You're gonna run out of stamina, and that was them, their last gasp. Only the first map, though, they have plenty of time to try and make up for lost time, but the competition is a lot more stiff. The stakes are a lot more high, and RIT Orange are going in to try and capitalize, trying to third on the team that just took down Iowa State.
Just gonna peek in, get the PK shot, try to get these limbs here before more teams come in so they can grab the loot and go.
A team will definitely be able to, and you can see San Jose State Blue. I think they understand that, and they're trying to get as close as they possibly can.
Yeah, man.
All right, just move up. Just move up right. Just move up right. That's good. That's all we wanted, really.
Closer to that tower.
Now we're gonna see a little bit more used here as San Jose.
Free shots, free shots, free shots. 1 HP on, killed one. Oh no, yeah. The Newcastle's dead. Yeah. Play safe, play safe, play safe, play safe.
To run for it, trying to find some cover, but there really is not.
Can you put a wall, like, where the wall? We need to get in the zone somehow. Like, right here. Put a wall,
Yeah,
on the, right here.
Outside of this ring, trying to
That's fine. Actually, it's not fine. Go to me.
hunker down as teams move in.
I'm safe here.
I'm all
They're swinging.
I ulted.
Okay, healing. Good ult.
Stop.
They're just gonna. I'm swinging. Newcastle. What? Low. Healing. We can kill this, guys.
You're fighting a whole different team. Yeah.
Grand Canyon Pookie's on the other side. PNR trying to hit the shield cell. We're going to be seeing them get back into this RV, but not safely here. They're going to take some damage from the thermite to do so.
Yeah, we have to kill this. Do we have any more nades?
No.
Wait, they're leaving. Shoot them.
Clark! 50!
Yeah. I'm swinging from the right side.
Move with this fight as UAG Varsity have come in as well. They're looking Kai 99. Now going to take the shots with the Mozams. crack a shield, but not gonna get the knock. Firing from the other side now, does trade 1-for-1.
Wait, where did that team behind us come from?
Red Canyon Purple up top, do hit a shot, get a knock, but trade 1-for-1. Anteater goes down as well. GCU Purple not able to make it. They'll go out in 5th. U Buffalo. Only 2 members left alive, and they're pulling that second member up right now as the fights are continuing below. They're looking for the angles. Nobody wants to be the one to pull the trigger because there's still 4 squads in this, but it will be a cascade as soon as it starts. Another Gibby ult being used, and this time, no domes coming out. The swing around with the Mozam as one of the first teams has to move on the right. UCalgary just firing, keeping their eyes above them as well because they know there's teams to drop down.
They had to walk forward with this tactical two from the Newcastle. They couldn't hold that ramp cover for too much longer. This Sheila, now as it runs out, all the work it can possibly do has been done. And we're down to just 2 squads. It's Calgary Exodus trying to make the plays, trying to get the shots, but the damage is coming through, and they do get it.
UCalgary's use of Rampart before she was even meta proved useful for the team as they managed to maintain all 3 players until the endgame. A great beginning for the squad. 22 points placed them almost halfway to match point. But it begged the question, could they keep their pace?
Let's pick up some points. Again, our rings are screwing us right now. I feel so bad for these teams. And remember, a lot of teams are running multiple supports, so they don't have ring knowledge. So your ring knowledge is being tested hardcore right now.
Kennesaw State Gold that's actually in trouble. Wrecked Emporium, the demon with the Kraber from the last game, gonna have to head for the hills, try and find a way to craft and or recover some banners, get the reses here. Might not be putting up the big numbers, especially when the Redbirds are coming in right through that same door. Like they are going to find him.
Now in the ring, Illinois State Redbirds gonna have to push themselves here because they are gonna be taking damage and getting shot at in the process here. Not a really good spot to be in. Lots of teams on the outskirts here, including Redbirds, who are just feeling the pressure here, and I think may not be able to move forward, but I don't know where else they could go. The only way back around is through this ring, and it will hurt pretty hard. Texas A&M Maroon looking to force them to make a decision, though.
They just need to, try and find an empty doorway, some way that they can get in. And there's so many teams gatekeeping. There's so many teams just looking for people exactly like Redbirds to try and pick off. Wherever they can find their way in, hunker down, and play for the next fight is going to be good. But right now, it looks like they're going to have to rotate all the way around through the train tracks into Fragment. There is one available building for them that they're going to try and hunker down in for now. But, I mean, it's in a pretty rough neighborhood, I'd say. They hurt them.
Yeah, they're looking for the fight. Now going to try and look around and toss a nade in here for the opener. Shots already firing out, though, and Sheila at the ready. Cracked a shield with it. And now UCalgary Exodus trying to fight a fight on both ends here. Trying to pinch around as the ring continues to close. Teams now moving in, and UCalgary Exodus gonna get a knock. Their Pathfinder almost gone, though, so they gotta take this fight a little slow.
Yeah, it's going to be so much more difficult to punish, though. They do actually take down Kostenko. It's not the Newcastle, but it is still a pretty good kill to take down that lifeline. Judge elsewhere takes a big chunk of damage, forced to try and heal, and it might be just about the end for the Redbirds, getting gate kept by UCalgary Exodus. But there are gunshots coming in from elsewhere in Fragment. Some other teams do want to at least soft commit to thirding this.
Redbirds still able to hold off here, thanks to ICX getting this Newcastle wall. We have a rogue Pathfinder behind here that I don't think anybody knows is there, which is going to be very funny in the next couple of minutes. But
ICX better figure it out pretty fast, all right? That is not your Pathfinder next to you, buddy. That is someone else entirely.
Yeah, Judge gonna fall now, so it is just out to ICX. I think we might have our run in very shortly there. Runs in. No way. No!
I know you shouldn't come for me. Just try to live.
Why is there a rat here?
We did not just run by him.
That is great trigger discipline there. I don't know if, I don't know if he knows that, like, ICX is kind of a solo of their own volition here, but, I mean, not giving up the position yet, but you're going to have to anyway because the ring's closing in. You might as well have, like, taken the shot.
I mean, more teams falling all across the board. Nobody is actually in this ring here except a sole Pathfinder grappling around on the run.
But to your point, I do think it is Texas A&M that do have the best position because they have a very easy rotate into the ring, especially if they're able to clear their west or their eastern side. CSU Fullerton Blue, they identify that, they understand that that is the win condition, and they're going to go try and take an angle with the Kraber to maybe repel Texas A&M and take this land for their own.
Use the dome early as they see another team. We are just waiting. The gates are up, and as soon as they're down, it's going to be a full-on fight. Texas A&M Maroon now just going to drop in on them. Pop shots, not able to crack some shields here. Fiddle Dude, very low, will go down, and it's up to the rest of the team pair. The only one left alive, trying to get the teams up, but both teams go down. It's UNG Varsity that get the kill, and Iowa State Farmers take them out.
That was just such a bloody battle. Third and fourth party again for that God spot that Texas A&M once held, and now it is the Farmers that are holding GCU Purple down to just a duo and subject to some Mad Maggie damage coming out onto their Gibby Dome. Not necessarily in a good spot at all. They are hunkered down in the trenches with enemies at their back door. No line of sight to the teams up on high ground. This is looking like Iowa State's time to shine. Critical thing here, though, I think, is that we only have two squads who are full 3 stacks, and they're both fully kitted out. It's going to be either U Calgary Exodus it's going to be either Southern Miss Intel. Yeah, or Farmers. It's not going to be U Calgary Exodus. I was looking at the fourth place. I was looking at the wrong team. Yeah, 4th place, not bad for a solo, but now we only have 3 squads left, and GCU Purple is not a full stack. And oh my God, they are pinched right between the rockiest of rocks and hard places. Hey, you're all okay. Good bubble, but your Pathfinder's over there now. The nade knocked him out.
Anteater waiting, gets hit by a nade. Now gonna move up here to Southern Miss Intel, who are looking across the train tracks. Another Gibraltar ult is being used.
This is a great place for Southern Miss Intel to be right now, though. I mean, you can see that the Gibraltar utility is being used just to stabilize, but the damage comes through, actually repels him back, forced to take cover behind these train tracks.
Full sending.
The Farmers are good. They're sending.
The ball moving in, trying to knock people, does go down, but Southern Miss did lose one as well. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. See a Maggie drill come out, fired from above. Southern Miss knock another. This should be theirs to win, and they'll take game number 2.
Southern Miss took a confident victory over game number 2, and after a floundering game 1, skyrocketed from 14th to 1st, and even closer to the match point threshold. With the first 2 games out of the way, it was time to head to Storm Point.
Hey, it's looking a little bit more Jurassic. Yeah, I'm like at this point. Okay, now I'm suspecting like somewhere between Jurassic and that kind of like no-name area, like
the
Mountain Lift.
Team out and try to use the health advantage that they have.
It seems to be like the modus operandi for a lot of these teams, just to go for the gatekeep, especially when you don't have enough ring intel, and you can play these really forgiving, constant revives over and over again. R-Star coming out. Jack is in a lot of trouble here. Might not be able to get the med kit off. Has to pop that Gibby Dome. But now it's time for GCU Purple to go in, pump out the shoddy damage, take this dome fight, and they are coming up aces on it.
Absolutely, they played that gatekeep to perfection. That is how you gatekeep in Apex Legends. You let the ring do the work, keep the pressure on, and by the time the fight actually broke out, it was already over. GCU Purple, great plays from them.
Let's check in with the Farmers and see how they're doing. What do you know? They're in a fight yet again.
Just never ends with them. Otter gonna be dropping down the Gibraltar ult, forcing the fight. The Mastiffs working out in their favor. Cabal did go down, but UCSD Esports Gold go down first, and Cabal will get picked back up. Ring only just starting to move. Not a real risk factor here, because Kamal is getting healed up through that ring.
This is great positioning for Iowa State Farmers. Oh no! Kamal falls with some damage coming out from the Sentinel, and that might actually be a disaster. They were in a prime position to gatekeep, but Rain with the shots is making it so easy to kick those gates right down, and UHE Varsity are going to be marching right through them.
Beautiful play by Rain. Knocked one, took down Otter as well, and now UHE Varsity taking out one of the stronger fighting teams who just spent a little bit too long on the edge. And look where they get to move into. They're directly in this next ring.
And they got all the cover, they got the Watson gen down, they got everything they could possibly want. All they have to do is make sure that their sides are clear, and they hold this as long as they possibly can, and the march forward is going to be incremental at best. Everyone else looking for temporarily playable space nearby, but this is another zone where there is not a whole lot of buildings that you can play from. It's going to be all natural cover, all trees, all rocks, all hills and verticality. That's all you can really ask for right now. And UHE Varsity have the best seat in the house, bar none. I mean, they are threatening two current teams right now, though. Their attention is split, and they're deciding to commit on this team over here at the sub that end, who's going to put up the castle wall. But, I mean, Medzi just wants to go right over it with the Mastiff. They're going to invest a castle wall of their own, break down the enemy one, and the Sheila comes out. The Gibby Dome, the last little bit of utility, protecting this poor team.
Medzi goes down, and CSULB Gold gonna come up victorious here in their fight as well. U Calgary Exodus go down. 9 squads remaining. We have a lot of kills on Utah Valley Black. They're looking strong themselves inside this next ring.
It is a dangerous time to be popping a Phoenix kit there. Southern Miss Intel as a duo here. Thalos finds the knock. They're going to toss the nade, hope that it catches someone trying to come out of the Gibby bubble, but Southern Miss Intel not in the best of spots right now.
Waiting for the moment. Waits for it to go down. 3 fires just to make sure the shots hit. It does do a lot of damage. Doesn't crack his shield, though. They're going to have to move in still as this 2-man. Not able to win the fight, but do a lot of damage. And CSULB Gold will also go down. Grand Canyon Purple. We're already down to 2 squads, one of them being Texas A&M Maroon.
To get in close. Meanwhile, UHE Varsity, they are stuck coming out of the door. That is going to be a predictable exit. As long as Texas A&M keeps eyes on that doorway, they know exactly when to start fighting, but you can't keep eyes on it when you got to back up the pop of bat. That's a big nade, and that is an opening for UHE Varsity that they are going to take.
Absolutely, they didn't need to get a kill with that. They needed to just push them off to heal. And there's the engage. Raid using the new castle wall to push forward here. Gibby Dome is down. Shotguns are flying. Giotto not able to crack his shield. Does go down. Texas A&M Maroon losing HP fast though. Fiddle Dude, no shields left. Zwifty getting pulled back up by Pear. And I think Texas A&M Maroon may be able to do it. Fiddle Dude falls, but Texas A&M Maroon are your Game 3 winners.
Texas A&M's win pushed them up to 2nd place overall, while Southern Mississippi's stoic performance through the last 2 games has maintained their 1st place position and pushed them ever closer to match point eligibility.
Newcastle, Bangalore, and Catalyst.
I don't think a single team that I am not currently shaming right now would run Bangalore. There we go. There's Slothfulness here. Okay, there's one. Though, all right, I deserve that. If I'm gonna be just so confidently wrong, you know, I want the production team to put me in my place. All right, don't let me get away with that. Right, with that Bangalore, but it's gonna be really difficult for them to get themselves up onto the rooftop here. They're gonna have to settle for a lot of big damage coming out.
Kick it. Kill him. Dead. I'm chilling. Use your Q. I'm batting. Play slow.
I don't have Q.
Slow. Don't die.
I have one fucking shot.
Okay. Come on. Code 1. One more. On us. Peek it. Nice.
You're eventually going to have a team on match point that is very capable and has won on the day already.
Well, we have a look at the ring, and it is actually pulling away from Cascades, which is really unfortunate because a lot of teams have taken up residency in Cascades. I don't think they're going to be waiting for their lease to expire before they start to get the heck out of there.
Shots from the charge rifle.
Getting themselves into a whole heap of trouble.
Oh,
just like Cascades. Great stick!
Will be inside the lifeline also. Heals very fast. Gonna tap onto Judge and try to get this Mirage back in the fight. Newcastle Wall to buy a little bit more time. Guard to lose. ICX Judge back on his feet. Uses the Mirage ult just to get out of here, but goes right into the waiting arms of CSULB Gold, who take the Redbirds out.
That is an effective gatekeep, but the ring is coming. You can't stick around and loot all that. You're going to have to try and get yourself in towards Cascades. And we know just how many people are currently set up in the neighborhood of Cascades that are just waiting for such an opportunity. That castle wall is not in the ring.
Oh no, it is not, and I think they thought it was. Does catch them off guard, and CSULB Gold eliminated now at 14th.
And they can hear the pitter-patter of little feet inside of that building directly below them. The question is, are they going to bide their time and wait for that team to come out from beneath them and try and pick them up, or are they going to be the ones to try and make that first rotation? Speaking of, here comes Grand Canyon Purple taking out Kennesaw State Gold. Beautiful. Another Edge team looking to find their way in, but is happy to do as much damage to all these other Edge teams as they go, as they make their way in there. Again, looking at Cascades, all the teams up there, how are they going to bridge this gap? Texas A&M Maroon, though, if they're able to win this building outright, they have set themselves up for success. They will have to make another big move here, but this is just plan A in a long line of plans they're going to have to execute if they want to get themselves into the end game.
Dropping down Fiddle Dude, watches as pair falls, and UCF.
Don't overheat, don't overheat, don't overheat. We have to live. Behind me!
Capitalize on it, and they will.
Oh, stairs. Pushing you, pushing your shield.
The team inside has moved out, and UCF Knights get taken out by RAT Orange, who successfully defend their territory.
Successfully with the help of CSU Fullerton, who they decide to just go ahead and wipe out. Iowa State Farmers, by the way, also getting wiped out. Literally all they did was just stay inside and not die and wait for all of this aggression in the lobby to pay off. There's so many teams that are fighting for territory that inevitably a third party will happen, and all you have to do is still be alive and ready to fight when the dust settles, and that is good enough for right now. With Utah Valley Black, again, in the building that everyone is going to want here so far, no one has...
Can we climb up and look? Let's climb up and look. I fell. Dropping. I fucking fell, dude.
And they have lost Lawless, so as I say, no, it is not looking like their time anymore. Their time has come and gone.
Teams out in the distance on these rocks. Nice shot from the Kraber. Anteater gets taken down, and that might be the go button here. They're gonna pull up Jack. Or Jack is gonna pull up Rush, and RAT Orange take that opportunity. The knock is just a trade of revives.
One that also has the potential to get onto match point. Great shot from Jack. What a play. Utah Valley Black gonna get mopped up, and Southern Miss Intel is now the team that wants to try and claim this building for their own.
This is a very good spot to play. They still have the Newcastle wall ready to go, and they're going to use that right now just to move forward here and claim that little bit of space. Southern Miss Intel now feeling the pressure of the ring at their backs. Need to look for and engage. They're going to have to pull the trigger sooner rather than later, and that may not work out too well for them.
Go ahead and drop the Bangalore ultimate. We did forget about that creeping barrage. That's going to be a lot of damage, and it's going to make a lot of these other teams sweat. Great use of the Gibby bubble to get themselves in a new favorable position. They bought themselves some time, and they just have to wait for these other teams to collapse. Yeah, they see the damage. They see the team. They're going to jump down on this as soon as they can.
They smoke it, they're looking, they want to pull the trigger on this, but it's too sketchy. RAT Black still hiding in this corner. This could be another full ring closure. We've already had one today, and we still have 4 squads up.
And 2 of them are RIT teams, and they're not in the best of positions, and I think they're about to collapse on top of each other. J-Hoop is taking so much damage. They're going in right now, but it's Southern Miss Intel with all the damage. RIT Orange done, Grand Canyon Purple done, and RIT Black, the last team with anything to say, and it's going to be with a whimper, not with a bang, that they go out as Southern Miss Intel, with the dub, put themselves on match point.
After their second win, our first team achieved match point, but could they manage to win another? Or would the teams below climb up to the threshold and take the crown from USM's hands? This was their free game, but could they make the most of it?
No matter what happens in that northwestern corner, it's going to be over to the southeast that these teams are going to have to eventually move, as that is where the ring is going to settle. And it's, look at this second ring. It's going to be another just wasteland ring. No name zone just outside of Fragment is going to be extremely important, at least until the ring starts to pull away from it. San Jose State Blue running as far away from it as they possibly can, as Utah Valley Black is in hot pursuit.
Oh, just gonna peek in, just stick them for fun, and then they have to back away. Now they get the full burst on that. The Watson fence goes up, but not gonna stop them for long. Utah Valley Black just firing with impunity there. Takes another member down, and a big win for them, at least 2 KP.
Can I give Utah Valley Black a little bit of credit for comedic timing there? That door opening was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, unintentionally.
We have to kill this thing walking into us, okay? They're bubbling up. I cracked Gibby, we should play aggro here. Kill Gibby. Path low. One more. Cracked him, cracked him. He's one. Dead.
Bubble this.
Do you wanna break this back door?
On me! Right, look at me.
He's one.
It cannot make the push successful.
It's Utah Valley Black coming through, and now they've got this building that is currently playable. Not a bad spot to be, but look at right in dead center of the ring. Look who that is right there, Kamal. That's where Iowa State Farmers are. I'm not sure. No, it's actually just a solo. It's just Kamal. And there is a lot of threats still in play in the direct vicinity, and one of them is Southern Miss Intel, our match point team, still looking for a win. And honestly, they've been quiet since then. But now we got a team set up in here on the bridge, and UHG Varsity can't get in.
The Newcastle went on the low ground, and that's the first member down, so UHG Varsity don't get the easy resets, and Ryan looks like they'll be finished. Toronto Metropolitan Bold on slivers of HP, gonna fall next to Southern Miss Intel. They've lost one Viz on low HP, but they're gonna hide in the corner and try to pick up this Gibraltar.
They should be able to get the res. They just got to minimize themselves. That's the Gibraltar with the gold knockdown shield. It might be punishable, but no one else wants to come in utilizing the Bangalore smoke as a deterrent. This is going to be a reset. This is so good for Southern Miss Intel, though. They've got the bridge, they've got playable space, they've got cover, and they've got a full squad resetting. But Grand Canyon Pookies know they're there and can maybe try and capitalize off this before the bats come out.
They've got the team, the singular team, on match point in front of them. And they're looking to just fire, break some shields. Gibraltar Dome forced, and that's a rotational tool gone.
Ultimate from Lil Baka might not be enough to seal the deal, as Grand Canyon Pookies have to make the drop.
Grand Canyon Pookies dropping down on for the fight. Gonna lose that. Utah Valley Black go down as well. Iowa State Farmers still up. UH0 still fully alive here. And they have that Kraber in hand. 2 shots left to make it matter.
Forced to try and heal up. They have an angle on UH0.
Really, remember, one of these 4 squads is a solo in Kamal would have to play a big spoiler here. Gibraltar all going to pop some shields from Southern Miss.
You also have to worry about Kennesaw State Gold. We're currently down on the low ground, but the fight's about to break out between the two teams. UH0 and Southern Miss Intel on the knock. Comes out early from Thalys.
3 squads remaining. They found the solo. Thalys goes down. Southern Miss down to 2. The caustic gas is playing a big part, and Southern Miss are gonna go down. We're not done yet. Kennesaw State Gold now fighting out inside the caustic gas, and they'll be able to take the win. We're going to a game 6.
Kennesaw State, while winning the game, gets so close, yet so far from match point. But the story of the game is of Kamal, ratting in center ring and gaining eligibility by 2 points. Just like that, Southern Miss barely missed their opportunity, and into game 6 we go.
And then, wow. All right, we're actually getting some real estate inside of the ring this time. We're getting an epicenter fragment ring, and maybe, I think, going to continue to pull further north towards epicenter. Those are also pretty hectic, but a lot more playable cover. Those Gibraltar teams no longer are going to be all but mandatory. Right now, RIC Black, like, they're sitting pretty. Grand Canyon Pookies, though, they are looking to strike some blood.
Oh, and they're getting blood struck against them as well because they are fighting up against this other Gibraltar here. Dome will go down, and they're going to lose Lil Baka, have to back away. Another one goes down, and PNR just going to, or rather Newcastle ult away to try and stay alive and find somewhere to craft these banners.
That is a very loud retreat, though. The crash coming down from the Newcastle wall. Everyone is going to be able to see that. Meanwhile, back over at Geyser, San Jose State Blue keeps finding themselves in scraps over here, and it hasn't benefited them so far. UBuffalo Esports is going to be the first team to head out. They are still not in the best of spots, sitting towards the bottom of the leaderboards, and I don't think that's changing anytime soon. Meanwhile, Toronto Metropolitan, our Overlook team, came down into Geyser to try and find some trouble. They still want to try and find some KP. They still want to try and climb those leaderboards, get themselves up in that upper half.
Above me. Path. Nice. I'm walking up on that. He's bubble rezzing. Let's push this. Kill, 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 kill. Kill Path. He's batting. He's rezzing. Got you knocked.
We're on with.
Last guy. He's low, he's low, he's low, he's internet, he's low internet, he's low internet.
Look at where Southern Miss is currently posted up. They have height on the train tracks towards the southern part of this ring. It's gonna be a shooting gallery when all the Monument teams start to move.
It is, but they're going to have to move as well. RIT Orange still up above, holding ground here. They have a Kraber, and that one could be a huge gun if they get themselves in the right spot as the ring starts to close. Texas A&M Maroon have moved out of their building. They realized not where they wanted to be. Now they're setting up within this next ring, but they are getting fired on from the spot they left, and they're going to lose Fiddle Dude. Newcastle Wall and the Dome used at the same time. They'll be able to pick up Gibraltar, but it does mean they are in a rough situation with no utility left to use.
And the irony is this is the exact position that they want to be in, but I think they're here too soon. There's still too many teams with angles in playable spots that can continue to poke them out and angle them out and bleed out their resources. And this might mean that Texas A&M Maroon are going to be forced to give up this spot to a team like RIT that might be looking to come on in, or a team potentially even like Toronto Metropolitan Bulls if they're able to win out this fight.
I don't think they are. Pyro left the last one alive, has to scramble away, got to hide out in the corner and make sure no one finds that Pathfinder. This is the beauty of not having any scans in the meta right now. You can just rat till your heart's content.
ASU and Southern Miss, I think, are about to be in a fight as well.
So State Gold moving forward here. Gonna crack a shield. Doesn't get the wall hop across, and gonna saw State Gold lose their shields from the Gibby ult coming in.
Some damage that came up from on high on Monument. There's some damage coming out there as well. KSU Gold not in the best of straits.
Missile State Gold backing away now, feeling the pressure from the teams all around them. Gonna go for a shield swap. Will be successful on that, but they are not looking strong for the foreseeable future. Still teams all around here as the ring begins to close. 20 seconds before that full closure, and everybody's got to start moving.
They got the banner though, and they got the Moby. They should be able to get this third man back up, but it's Southern Miss Intel directly above them, and a lot of teams still trying to fight for
Oh, no.
Okay, all right, that was a little scary. A lot of teams still trying to fight though for the position currently occupied by Texas A&M Maroon. Coming in, they go and make a fly. KSU Gold, by the way, getting taken out, and speaking of high ground, look directly above you.
Will be Southern Miss Intel taking the high ground as they drop in here. Gibraltar ult used. Look at the Gibby domes all across the map right now. These go down and the firefight will begin. You can see shots from all angles. Iowa State Farmers on the outskirts of this, trying to make themselves not visible.
And they're going to do a great job as long as they can survive. But Southern Miss Intel, they've lost. They're Gibby, they've lost too. It's just going to be Viz. And suddenly, that ivory tower becomes their tomb. Viz might not be able to get it done. It might be another failure. Southern Miss Intel, they are done.
Because we still have 7 squads alive in round 6.
And one of them is Iowa State Farmers. There we go.
Southern Miss
Viz finally. Its ball is now firmly in Iowa State Farmers' court to stick the landing, which they have done time and time again. They might be walking away with the dub.
ASU Fullerton Blue getting pushed on, and they're actually winning that fight. Gonna pull Truthfully back up as Saving J drops down, looks to finish off these teams. Gibraltar Dome stops the execution, but they're gonna move into it, and they're gonna get the kill. Now have to fight the Newcastle, get the knock again, and RIT Orange are taken out. Saving J gets the Phoenix kit, and Fullerton Blue still alive.
Texas A&M Maroon also still alive, but no one is in the best spot right now. But Grand Canyon Pookies coming through, trying to third this, and they are going to be able to do just that. CSU Fullerton Blue dealt with a lot of ring damage there.
Everything on the line for them. If they win this, they go home winners today. Otter using the Gibraltar ult, the Dome put out. I don't know if Iowa State Farmers have enough cover to work this here, but they're going to try and make it happen. Defensive bombardment is coming down, and they're firing freely into this, but they don't have the Newcastle wall, and that's coming to bite them now. They're going to try and take this one. Fight going hard. Group D losing shields goes down. Otter trying to move in, and New Calgary Exodus go down. They're going to go for the revive and get Group D back up.
The ring though is right there, and it's going to keep
swap.
closing on in. You got the shield swap. Pookies are down. Iowa State, they might be able to do this.
They're firing up above, from below. RWBY goes down again. Kamal falls. Honor the last one alive and can't make it happen. Texas A&M Maroon take us to a Game 7.
Iowa State, so close, but another team's win means 2 more advance to match point. Kennesaw and Texas A&M, 3 out of the 4 with unique compositions. ISU's Mirage, USM's Bangalore, and Kennesaw State's Maggie. Could one of the 4 win it here, or do we advance more teams to match point? Back onto Storm Point brings us game number 7.
We've got GCU Purple over at Down Beast, who are still very close and looking to cross that threshold. They're 5 points away, and soon they will be able to join. We got Illinois State Redbirds, by the way. This is our Zeus Station team dropping over on the wall and maybe wishing that they hadn't.
Dropping in more ways than one. San Jose State getting a big win off of that, trying to... This Nemesis not great into the Newcastle wall as we're just fighting while we're reloading. San Jose State lose their Pathfinders. The rest of the team gonna try and come up. The Newcastle Reds could be big here. Not going to get it off. Does get the knock afterwards. And now San Jose State Blue back on the offensive.
Oh, gotta watch out. The real one is over there to the left. Yet not able to get the crack there onto Judge. And this Mirage team, Mirage actually, paying off pretty well for the teams utilizing him. San Jose State, it hasn't been clean for them. They're able to get some of these reses with the utilization of that Newcastle, but they're gonna have to invest a lot more than that. This is a really aggressive fight going on early on for teams that have a lot of ground to cover in the leaderboards.
I mean, they're trying to cover it fast here. San Jose State Blue may not get the win, and they will not. Illinois State Redbirds, it was a messy opening, but they closed it off strong.
Point Cascades seems to be where it is going to be next. Toronto Metropolitan Bold, though, that is a huge knock onto this. That's the Southern Miss.
One down, but they're also losing their Newcastle. KQL is gone, and the Mastiff needs to come up big here. In fact, can you make it happen? Losing health, not going to. And Pyro, again, the last one alive. We've seen this so many times before, but I don't think Pyro's making it out of this one alive. Toronto Metropolitan Bold go down, but Southern Miss go down as well. Utah Valley Black take out the top team in the lobby. Right now, UCalgary Exodus bringing out Sheila, and Sheila doing a lot of work. The nade about to hit, though, and it does take Midzy's shield down a good bit. Buffalo Esports go out in the kill feed, but Calgary, seeing the caustic gas, know they're in for a fight here as they're starting to cough. Don't want to choke, and Midzy may be about to fall. Duds to the EVA 8, and UCalgary Exodus just have their Pathfinder left to get them out of this sticky situation. That puts them on the back foot, and they needed points to get to match point. To reset, get their team members back up. Judge was successful. Now they need to fight out. Massive shots, take down one, and they're gonna push in on this. They know they have the man advantage. Knocks another, and just one member left. They have to find them. I don't think they know where he is. They'll at least get the 2 KP for themselves.
That's GCU Purple also going out really early. That's both of our teams that were sitting at 45 that aren't going to be able to cross that threshold. Able to evict the farmers from this land, take it for their own, but they do know that they are squatting just outside in the Gibby bubble. I believe that's Otter, and Otter is going to be hitting the floor, and I think this might be just about it for the farmers. You do have the Mirage, but that's not going to be enough, especially when these get thirsted. Group D done. Otter going to be joining them. A knock comes out onto Incroc. Utah Valley Black might have overcommitted.
They're having a third party show up. I want to call out, I believe it was Utah Valley Black that also took out Southern Miss. So they have been on a killing spree here, just taking out the top dogs. Now they need to keep themselves alive, and they'll get the reset. Again, Gibraltar Newcastle keeps you alive in situations you never should be, and Utah Valley Black back on their feet. Got to make your move into the ring, and you're gonna have to fight your way to do it. Utah Valley Black go down. Kennesaw State need to move forward. They see all the damage being done there, and they're trying to stay small as they move.
The question is, are they going to have another castle wall? Because if they have it, they might still be able to set themselves up a nice little corner at the corner of this roof of this armory with that castle wall, and essentially have a god spot made of their own 2 hands, and it might be enough. It's either them or it's Kennesaw State, still on match point, and a couple other teams that could play spoiler. RIT Black is in a good position, and they're going to have to use this zip line to get themselves in a better one. It's really rough.
RT Orange now taking the high ground here. They're going to use their own Newcastle wall. They're going to take the fight to Texas A&M Maroon, but Jack falls down, and RT Orange just have to drop. They can't take this fight. They're losing members left and right. Vesper at a sliver of HP as the bombardment falls, has to go deeper inside to stay alive, and Texas A&M Maroon have lost Fiddle Dude. They are now on the defensive. Pear goes down as well. Texas A&M Maroon are out. We have one match point team left.
And it was that match point team that came in with the third party. Kennesaw State Gold, now with the castle wall from the previous team up, they have the God spot, but it's being hit with a Gibby ult right now. A lot of damage coming out. It is by no means safe. And UCSD Esports Gold towards the bottom of the leaderboards. This would be a great way, a coup for them to get themselves shot right up it.
They have to win the fights to do so, though. Weedus going down does not look good for them. Newcastle will pick the Pathfinder back up, but they've got to get back inside this Gibby Dome. They're getting pushed already, and that's Kennesaw jumping in for them, and we lose. UCSD Esports Gold, Kennesaw State, now still alive, will pick up their Pathfinder, and we have 3 squads left.
CSU Bulletin Blue, by the way, have been a consistent threat. It is 2 potential teams that have the capability to play spoiler and 1 match point team. Kennesaw State Gold, they might be able to execute it here, but they have to be perfect.
The fact, if Kennesaw State Gold win this, that we have had so many teams running Newcastle-less compositions take wins this weekend, get the #1 spot, brings into question how much do people know the meta? How important is that Newcastle actually? Illinois State, they're pushing now, but they're pushing on the wrong team. This could be huge. Bulletin Blue are the team they're fighting, and third-party privilege going to be given over to Kennesaw.
I think the Redbirds just handed over the win to Kennesaw State.
No.
They haven't even taken damage. They're just throwing in the ults, throwing in the nades, and it has been handed over on a silver platter. Kennesaw State Gold are going to be your team to do it, your match point champions.
After all is said and done, Kennesaw State given everything they needed in order to take that win, and take that win they did.
Kennesaw State's win crowns them as the victors of Octane Collegiate's Season 3 Split 1, and returns both Aegis and Rect Emporium to the top of Collegiate. That's a wrap for Split 1. Such incredible strides have been made this season in Apex's collegiate community, but will the current dominating forces continue their reign, or new forces clash for the title? Find out next in the upcoming season of Octane Collegiate.